Well, today looks like a great day. I mean, it's raining, it's freezing outside, it's a little bit windy. But, yeah. So you know what I'm gonna do today? Today, ParticusRex is gonna teach you how to pick up chicks.
I didn't think they were that good.
And it doesn't include a bar. Rule 1, don't be yourself. Do not be yourself. Because chances are, if you don't think you're attractive enough to just walk up and take a chick, then that's gonna show. You probably aren't attractive enough. Rule number 2, get a job. Or if you have a job, get a better job, or cooler job. Or one that pays more money. It's not a myth. Women like money. They do. Because they do not like paying for everything. Especially if you plan a romantic date out to Red Lobster after a movie and you don't have enough money in your bank account to pay for it, so the check bounces, and then your lady friend's like, oh, I guess I'll have to do this, we're never talking again. By the way, that never happened to me. Rule number 3, lie about everything that you've ever done. Okay, if she says, have you ever cheated on somebody? You say no. Well, okay, that's probably a good thing to know. So, avoid that question. Yeah, I have to redo this clip. Rule number 3, lie about everything you've ever done or plan on doing. For instance, she says, so, how was your child life? Don't know why she would ask such a thing. If so, you need to look for different kinds of women. I mean, if you try to pick up women at, like, the Nature Lodge, you're gonna get weird questions like that. So anyway, so they ask you how your child life was. Instead of saying, oh, I was born in Indiana, then I moved out to New Jersey when I was 5. Yeah, that's fun. Nice and boring. Tell them, oh, I used to live in Indiana, but we had to move because the house down the street had weekly cross burnings. Conversation starter. There you go. Rule number 4, treat her like one of your friends, not like a girlfriend. Because if you treat her like a girlfriend on the first date, she's gonna get scared and run the frick away. Unless you're someone stupid like, I don't know, Robert Downey Jr. or Brad Pitt. But you're not Robert Downey Jr. or Brad Pitt, because if you were those two, why the hell are you watching my videos? You have your own movies to make. Jesus. But treat her like one of your friends. And do not bring her to a D&D game. Chicks don't like D&D games. And for all you other guys that don't know what D&D means, it's Dungeons & Dragons. Don't bring a girlfriend to Dungeons & Dragons. Or a possible girlfriend. Unless they're already in the game. Then, hey, power to you. Rule number 5, movie references. Reference movies. Like, every other word out of your mouth should be a line from either a romantic comedy or some other kind of movie that women like watching. I don't know. So, like, don't quote 300, because that just makes you look like a tool. Like, you should know who Ryan Gosling is, you should know who Bradley Cooper is, Johnny Depp, know all these people. But don't know them too well where they're like, oh, you like them too? Well, you must be gay. Can we be gay best friends? Because that doesn't work out either. Rule number 5. I think we're on number 5. Rule number 5. Do something on the first time that you guys are going... Do something on the first date that you've never done before. So that way it's a new experience for you, and you don't have to pretend that you already don't like it. Because let's face it, guys. If you're going to Olive Garden, you don't like it. It's Olive Garden. So, go skydiving. I don't know. Steal a car. Rob a bank. Do one of those. But, don't tell them I sent you. Please. Rule number 6. Right when you drop off a girl at home, you don't just sit in the car and be all like, okay, bye, unlock the doors. No, because that's stupid. You either give her a hug, say, okay, I had fun, good night, blah, 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 or you walk her to the door. Now, this is a little secret. This works every time, and I expect to see people doing this. Walk her to the door. Instead of giving her, you know, the goodnight kiss, like, oh my god, there's actually more testosterone and pheromones in male saliva than anyone else thinks. So, spit in her face. It'll work. Trust me. Trust me. You're just gonna have to do it. Just trust me. Spit in her face. Rule number 7. And this is where the ecstasy pills from rule number 2 come in. Date rape is a magical thing. But, not recommended. So, unless you think you can get away with it. Excuse me? Oh, that was weird. So, unless you think you can get away with it. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Shut up. Rule number 8. If rule 1 through 7 hasn't helped you get somebody yet, hire a hooker. Because, I can't help you. Either that or lie and tell everybody that Sean Connery's your grandfather. That might work.
Oh, God. Are my keys?